In a traditional lunge, your feet would be about shoulder width apart. But here, since I'm using this machine, I get to bring my legs in a little tighter, and that gives me a little bit more tension on the rectus femoris. Also, a little bit more isolation on the glutes. Now in this machine, it requires that you move the pad on the opposite side when you're working the opposite leg. Notice how the leg in the back's foot moves into plantar flexion. The back knee touching the ground is an absolute no-no. Keep it about 1 inch from the ground as you drive up with the front leg. Now, here working on the hack squat, I'm bringing the distance of the legs closer together in the sagittal plane to place more stress on the quadriceps. And as you can see, the back foot is in plantar flexion. Have a good understanding that this exercise involves the hip and knee and ankle joints. So you're looking at hip joint extension, knee joint extension, and ankle joint. And here I'm giving an opposite view of this exercise, so you can familiarize yourself more with the movement. Then again here, I give you a posterior view. This is also another option on approaching the variation of the lunge on the hack squat. You're still approaching this exercise in the sagittal plane, just your body position in conjunction to the machine is different. Again, understanding keeping the legs closer together in the sagittal plane to put more focus on the quadriceps. Here again, give yourself, experiment with leg placement, and you'll notice as you do this you become more familiar with your muscles, and if you want to particularly work a specific area within the quadriceps into the gluteus maximus, you familiarize yourself with that muscle and you notice the slight shift of tension on the muscles as you create this variation between the legs. Also important to keep a straight back through the entire lunge movement. Now here we have a variation of the lunge on the hack squat machine. This variation due to the width of the legs in the sagittal plane, it increases the load on the gluteus maximus. Notice here that I am creating more width, working this movement, more width between the legs. To understand it better, more width within the frontal plane. Again here, giving you an opposite view of this exercise. Also, again, plantar flexion in the back as expressed earlier. Now, by observing this movement, you can see the front leg has changed positions. The toes are actually pointing away. And what this does, it kind of creates a little bit of a side lunge. It gets the abductors a little bit more. And then again, with the distance in the sagittal plane of the legs, you get a little bit more of the glute. Here is a different view. Again, the toes pointing out on the hack squat, which incorporates a little bit more of the abductors.